July 27, Meadowview Park looked like peace. Summer sun bouncing off car hoods, little homies flipping off curbs, aunties dancing by the grill. It was a classic hood function, one of the few places in Sacramento where you could still feel community without looking over your shoulder too much. But on this day, a storm was brewing, camouflaged behind a music video shoot. A Sacramento rap legend and a controversial out-of-town transplant were about to violate one of the oldest unwritten rules of the street. You don't pull up to another man's hood without checking in. SIBO. A garden block crip. Raised in the concrete of South Sacramento, his name held weight, not just in Sac, but up and down the coast. He helped put gangster rap on the map for the region. His lyrics were gospel to the crip-coded, war-taught generation. Lavish D. Oakland-born, moved to Sac later and planted his own flag in G Parkway, creating a new lane for Bay Area transplants who didn't grow up in the trenches of Sacramento but still wanted their slice. Loud, bold, unapologetic. Together, they brought clout. But that clout don't buy respect in every zip code. And when they showed up at Meadowview Park to shoot a video, they broke protocol. That park? Blood turf. Heavy blood history. And they came cripped up, no permission, no pass. Worse, the event was posted all over social media. That's when Mozzy saw it. Mozzy. Oak Park's prophet. Pain in his voice, paranoia in his posture, born in the struggle, raised by the war zone. Oak Park wasn't just a gang, it was a trauma bond. And he didn't like what he saw online. SIBO and Lav flashing blue in a red zone, smiling, laughing, cameras rolling, like they ran Sacramento. Mozzy had history with both of them. Rap beef turned personal, and he wasn't going to let that slide. Allegedly, he gave the nod, a silent order that didn't need words. 3 Oak Park wolves picked it up. Antoine Lanz, Amonte Murphy, young, active, on go. Scene 3, broad day execution. It happened quick. Kids were laughing, cameras filming, SIBO rapping, Lav dancing. The vibe was light. But a black car circled the park like a vulture. Pop, pop. Ernie dropped first. Not a rapper, not a gang leader, just affiliated. 4 bullets took him out. Others ducked. Mothers screamed. Blood stained the pavement where Joy stood seconds earlier. The shooters peeled off. Within a week, the streets talked. The 3 shooters made their way back to Oak Park. No hiding. No guilt, just business handled. They met with Mozzy in person. The reward? Custom Mozzy chains. Ice cold, like the moment. A symbol. You did that for the set, for the rep, for the movement. Police came knocking later. Antoine Lanz, Amonte Wortham, Quayson Murphy, all arrested. Charged with murder and attempted murder. SIBO stayed silent. Lavish D stayed flashy. Mozzy kept moving. Tours, albums, interviews, while families planned funerals. The paperwork didn't name Mozzy directly, but implication is a language of its own, and the streets read between the lines. Not many know this, unless they're from Sac, really from it. 2 decades earlier, that same park, Meadowview, saw another tragedy with SIBO at the centre. SIBO pulled up for a video shoot. Young, wild, already known. When tension sparked, he fired shots in the air, a scare tactic, a flex. Only it backfired. The Meadowview Bloods answered back with real heat. In that exchange, Q-Ball, SIBO's big homie, his mentor and fellow garden block crip, caught a fatal one, dead. SIBO later turned the event into a song. His street fame exploded, but so did the divide. That incident etched a scar in Sacramento history, a reminder that disrespect has a cost, and blood has a memory. Just 7, a cycle, not a story. Fast forward to 2017, and it's like the vinyl was scratched back to the same old beat. Same park, same gang lines, same energy. Another life lost. This time, not a big homie, just a young man named Ernie. The price of clown chains. Ernie's name doesn't trend, but in Meadowview, it's etched into the concrete. SIBO still walks. Lavish D still posts. Mozzy? He reached rap stardom, but at what cost? The irony? Mozzy sent the hit for respect, but in doing so he repeated history. Sacrifice, pain and blood spilled, again for a clout war that left one man more famous and another man buried. And now, most of those shooters in prison. Mozzy, quieter, less visible. Lav still flexing but with fewer moves. SIBO, a veteran with war wounds older than some of his fans. And Ernie, gone. All for a rap career that today seems to have stalled. No Grammy, no peace, just gravestones and indictments. Final were the streets to the grave. Funny how history repeats itself. 2 decades apart, same park, same crip, same result. All for someone to sell you out for a rap career that went nowhere fast. Meanwhile, black mothers bury sons, young kings rot in cells, and the chains they die for melt easy. Meadowview ain't just a hood. It's a cemetery of lessons ignored.